Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Thanks.
Thank you, D.A. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Josh Jackson out there with Hayes. Then there's Jeremy Grant. Then it's Plumlee. And it's Bay in at the 3. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point guard. Now here's Paul. Booker inside. Jackson on him.
The quick, clean shot there from Booker. Strong mechanics give him great accuracy. And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
With 3, Booker. No good on that one. The Pistons go the other way with it. And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Grant. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Johnson, he's checked in for Crowder. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Paul. Now here's Diallo. Lee kicks to Diallo. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Dumboya passes to Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Booker outside. Pass to Payne. With 1 on the clock. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pistons lead by 4. And will return shortly. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings, check out this clip from...
One thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves.
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
On the floor for Detroit, they've got Dumboya. Jackson is out there with Lee, and it's Stewart in at the 5, down low.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they've got to show some more aggression.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Suns. 4-point game. Johnson with it. Diallo's there. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
And here's Diallo.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
Here's Booker. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. It's all knotted up.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
Passes it to Diallo. back the lead. To the inside. Shot good by Diallo.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Booker against Jackson. Now here's Booker. He's tightly guarded. From deep three-point range, and some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Detroit. They're up by 2. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. They were never able to get the lead above 4.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. Grant dishes to Hayes. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Pass to Bridges. Grant against Crowder. There's the pass to Booker. Over Jackson. That one wide left. The Pistons leading. Now Hayes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Jackson with the 3. Rebound by the Suns. Paul, right side. Rebounded by Jackson.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
The shot off that time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Pistons lead by 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Smith is out there with Corey Joseph. Then there's Jeremy Grant, and it's Bay in at the small forward. Smith against Paul. With the shot. And it's off the back rim, no good. The Suns trailing. Right wing to take the lead. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Paul's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Phoenix. The Pistons shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Smith on the wing, defended by Paul, and taken away by Paul. And now the Suns, a fast break. And the dunk by Booker.
Listen, you can count on Paul to find the open man. His court awareness simply off the charts.
1:09 left in the fourth. Paul against Smith. Pass to Stewart. Shoots over Crowder. And no good. Trying to use the gloves. And it's Paul with the ball for Phoenix. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Here's Joseph. Inside, Grant. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're leading by 1. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Devin Booker.
And he's grabbed this game with both hands and just never let it go. I mean, he scored a huge percentage of their points. He hadn't been the main guy for him. He's been the only guy for him.
Ayton, he's checked in for Johnson. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer Dick.
Oh, see that?
He is a great kid. I'd love to see this from a stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They trail by 3. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Detroit with the ball. They trail by 3. Jackson against Booker. It's good!
And how cold-blooded is Jackson. He knows how to step up when the game is on the line.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
I mean, with all the hand injuries he's had over the years, I don't know how Paul's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, some of his fingers look like they got 4 knuckles. Comes through big. Now they can put everything they have into guard against the 3.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're down by 3. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, they have a little time to work with. The most important thing is to make whatever you take.
Here's Bay. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. Seconds left to play in the final quarter. Booker outside. Over Jackson. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back.